Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We're talking about the Seattle Seahawks blowout victory on the road against the Atlanta Falcons in today's football game. Now, this was a super odd game. So Seattle has over 30 points in the second half, which means they've now had 4 football games this season where they've scored 30 or more in a single half. Halftime, it was 6-6. And right here, we're starting this video out with a special teams play. This right here might be the defensive rookie of the year, Nick Manwari, safety out of South Carolina. Now, I think it was Daryl Johnston on the call here in this football game, the announcers. He was mesmerized by Nick Manwari right here because, first off, his jump off the line of scrimmage is, I mean, the dude's a phenomenal athlete. He's a special athlete. He starts jumping right here, and I know it's pretty zoomed out, but just the reach and the length on a Manwari. But this right here, I mean, it would have just made it 6-3, and eventually Atlanta does get to 6-3. But the special teams, the defense holding it down in the first half, and we got a lot to talk about, so let's get into it. So one of the reasons this was such an odd football game is right here. This is Rashid Shaheed. All right, this is the opening kickoff of the second half. So it's 6-6. Seattle actually does a really good job with like 40-ish seconds left at the end of the half and goes down the field and is able to score a field goal, tie it up at 6-6. Rashid Shaheed had a phenomenal football game, all right, in my opinion. Now, this breaks it open. And this play right here, this broke the dam open for Seattle's 30-plus points in that second half here. And, I mean, you're not catching up to him. This was actually his first kick return for a touchdown, if I'm not mistaken. But Shaheed had 4 catches for 67 yards in this football game. He got targeted 5 times, caught 4 of them for 67 yards. And then, obviously, I mean, the blocking here is phenomenal. This gets it to 13-6 right away. Like I said, the floodgates really open after this. But Shaheed, like, don't quote me on this, but I want to say at least 3 of them, but maybe even all 4 of his catches in this football game went for a first down. You know, we talked a lot about Shaheed in our video a couple of days ago saying, I'd just like to see a little bit more of him involved. I'd like to see more targets. I'd like to see more touches. They've been easing him in for a little bit. Let's ramp it up. And boom, house call on the return, first play of the second half. All right, now here we go. Seattle actually, or I should say Atlanta actually drives the football down the field. And it's 3rd and 1. You're on what? The 18-yard line right here. It's 13-6. This is still way too close of a football game. It's Captain Kirk Cousins is the starting quarterback. It's kind of weird. Like, Atlanta doesn't have any offense, but neither does Seattle in this game. It was an odd first half. It was just kind of discombobulated. Both teams looked pretty slow. Now, in this play, so this is Jarran Reed, and Jarran Reed just came back. Julian Love also came back in this game. And by the way, folks, if you wouldn't mind hitting that like button, hit that sub button if you haven't already, hype it up, do whatever you got to do. If you guys wouldn't mind hitting the like button, it goes a very long way in the algorithm. Shooting for 250 likes on this video. So this is Jarran Reed, and this is actually DeMarcus Lawrence. Now, I'm looking at it right now next to me. It looks like DeMarcus Lawrence got credited with this forced fumble. On the announcers, it was Jarran Reed, who's right here. But basically right there, boom. Bijan Robinson, or is that Algier? Looks like Bijan. Somebody gets their hand in here. And on the broadcast, because we don't have a better view of it, so here's Lawrence, here's Jarran Reed. It looked like both kind of Reed and Lawrence collabed for this forced fumble. And then right there, number 21, Witherspoon, cleans it up. So now it's still 13-6, but Atlanta was driving, get down to field goal range into the red zone, and they get a turnover. Beautiful, perfect timing. All right, now even though it was 6-6 at halftime, I never particularly felt like Seattle was going to lose. I didn't really feel like it was going to be a trap game. Atlanta's defense, specifically their pass rush, has actually done a phenomenal job this season. They put up 37 points, and right here, halfway through the third quarter, and it is 13-6. And so Sam Darnold and the offense really had nothing going in the first half. Well, Darnold ends up throwing for 3 touchdowns. He does have that one bad interception, and that was a little forced. But he goes 20-33, throws for 249 yards, 3 touchdowns, and then Jackson Smith-Njigba continues to have his career season. And he just wins in stride here. No one's able to catch up, breaks a little tackle there. He finishes 7 catches for 92 yards and 2 touchdowns. So I know the first half was ugly. It wasn't a clean football game for the offense. But at the end of the day, they were still able to put up 37 dang points. That's going to work. I tried to not talk too much Nick Manwari in that first clip because he had a phenomenal football game right here. So right here, we're pinpointing this is a Manwari, this is Devin Witherspoon. All right, 3rd and 3, it's 20-6, next possession after that touchdown that we just showed you. Now Witherspoon's going to jump this route, and it looks like he actually gets a hand in there and is able to deflect it. Then a Manwari's in the right place at the right time, and although a little stressful, batters this ball and ends up getting this interception. But this Devin Witherspoon and Nick Manwari had phenomenal football games, and they held Atlanta to no touchdowns. Kirk Cousins went 15-30 for only 162 yards, no touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. Bijan Robinson only ran for 86 yards on 20 attempts, only 4.3 yards per carry. They held, in general, Atlanta 3.9 yards per carry on defense. But these turnovers, they were coming like crazy in the second half, and it was awesome. I'm going to show you one last touchdown here. We're not going to show you JSN's second touchdown to get it from 30 to 37. This is 23-9 right now, and I love this route. I love this play call. I love the execution, and I'll let you watch it before we break it down. You're getting into the red zone. Now, historically, this season, Seattle was running the football in the red zone like 60% of their plays. So when we look up top, really fascinating. You can't see it, but Cooper was up here. So JSN is essentially, and I'll pause it at the proper time, he's going to just get this guy caught up. I don't think it's AJ Terrell, but he gets this defensive back caught up. It's kind of like a screen here, and that just provides Cooper Kupp running into the flat for this very easy touchdown. But I just love the route concept. I love the play design here. Obviously, love the execution from JSN getting that. Kupp's going to fly open into the flat. He's wide open. We got Sam Darnold making this throw on the run with somebody trailing him. This is an easy touchdown. Second of the day for Sam Darnold. Cooper Kupp, 2 catches, 35 yards, and this big touchdown to pretty much clinch it. We will end it here. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Seattle is now 10-3. Every win counts, going for that number 1 seed. That game against Los Angeles, I think it's week number 16. That is still very much penciled in. So this is Devin Witherspoon. Right here we got 3rd and 7. And, Manwari has this great game. Devin Witherspoon has this also great game. And he really just kind of does it all on this play. Clearly sniffs out. And then he's actually miraculously, the ball's back into his hand. So he's sniffing this screen out. He knows immediately. Look at his first step. He knows this is a screen. Just doesn't know necessarily where it's going to. Right here, the ball ends up getting, he kind of drops this, the wide receiver. Witherspoon's obviously heavily impacting this play, and then it actually falls back into his hands. So 10-3, 37-9 victory. Next week might be without Daniel Jones. Looks like an Achilles injury. That might be the end for the Colts season. So Seattle's 10-3, 4 games left on the schedule. This was ugly first half, phenomenal second half. So win is a win. Thank you for watching. Hit that like button, hit that sub button. We'll see you soon. Peace.